Okay, this is Walter and Amos. The Bowery interview. How you feeling?
I feel good.
You lie.
I feel great.
You lie.
Hi.
You lie. How are you? Don't lie to me.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good.
You are not good. That's how you feel it. You're Walter. That's really. How you feeling?
Actually, I feel amazing.
Why are you feeling good right now?
Well, because you're here. And because you're interviewing. Yeah, I feel really good about that. Handsome black brother interviewing me. That sounds good to me.
Okay, what you're doing now is you were just at 10 and you did not have any bridge, and now you're at your other 10. You're taking the phone with me.
Taking the fun.
Taking the phone with me, now you know. So, no, what's the matter? What's your Talk to me about it. Because you can learn something looking back at this. What's just happening?
Well, just a few minutes ago, I just had like a little bit a little tip with my brother, and I just felt some type of way about it. And I don't like to feel that way towards family because in my world, family is the core, the heart. You know, it's what really keeps me going. And
Can I ask what happened?
right when he knows it.
Because if you're going to learn anything from it, you probably need specific examples.
Well, it was just basically, you know, it was just a bad line of communication. I feel like that. It was a bad line of communication on my part, on my behalf. For what I didn't do. Well, I didn't communicate properly on I just didn't communicate properly with my brother. And I wish that I would have. Because if I did, then maybe the outcome would have been a little different. So, basically, but at the same time, I'm happy that it did happen because I'm learning now that it's teaching me, you know what, you know, people have feelings and emotions just like I do, and not in this world, you know, and who feels, who have emotions, who, you know, things like I do, you know. And that's what I'm learning from this situation.
What's like you do in a sense?
My brother.
What is that variable? Who wants like you in a sense?
Who was like me.
Okay.
Who thinks everyone's shattered?
Tell me about your life. Who are you?
Who are you?
What did you mean Walter S. Hurley today?
White person Walter S. But I have no middle initial. I'm just Walter Hurley.
I can't say that's Hurley.
Why are you saying S?
I mean Walter. It's Walter. It belongs to Walter.
I'm only one human honey with no middle name. My name is Walter Hurley the Third. That's who I am. Yeah. Oh, that was my birth given name.
Tell me about that guy.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm a human being. For a year.
Where were you born? That includes the year.
Well, I was born on a fabulous morning, March the 7th, 1986. think at around 6:50 a.m. Yeah. To Walter Hurley Jr. and Janice Hurley. Yes, in Gary, Indiana. Yeah, so that's where I was born.
Okay, that was a jump on point. Tell me about you. So tell me about you. You were born in Gary, Indiana.
Born in Gary, Indiana. I come from a family it's 6 of us in all. So I have 3 brothers, two sisters,
Well, your family's only 6 people?
6 siblings. Yeah.
6 siblings.
Well, it's 8 including my parents.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3 brothers, 2 sisters.
Family of 6 siblings.
Mhm.
The present mother and father.
Present mother and father.
So
Yeah.
your nuclear family is
Mhm. Yeah, big strong. Exactly. Yeah. Born and raised in Indiana throughout my younger life through me being 18. From there I moved to Chicago. Went to school for fashion design. Got my degree in fashion in Chicago. Lived there for about 4 years. Studied ballet for about 2 years. Yeah, ballet, modern, jazz. But I wanted to stick within the arts in the fashion arena, you know. So that's when I moved to Los Angeles. And I went to film for a year. I got my degree in marketing, merchandise marketing. And I really wanted to, really go into, you know, some type of merchandising, styling position after school. So that's where I'm headed at this point in my life.
How did you get to that point? Like, you really want to do fashion?
Since I was young.
What about it?
Ever since I was little. At first, I thought I wanted to be a doctor.
What kind of
A pediatrician. Yeah, I did. And then I wanted to be a doctor / fashion designer. And it was so funny because when I was younger, I remember in school, they had this guy come to my school. He created buttons. You know, he's a button designer. And on my button, I put fashion doctor Walter Hurley on my button. You know, because I didn't know which one I wanted to do. And then as time went on from middle school to high school, I knew it was fashion. I knew that. And so that's when I decided, honey, I can stay in a small town.
What?
There was no fashion. There was no sense of that fashion for me.
What was the critical point?
That I knew I wanted to become a designer or in the fashion world.
What made you
Just because I think at that time fashion was a really strong point. I think in high school it was a really strong point for me. That's when I was competing for like different areas of like best dress, recognition, you know. But I don't want to say recognition, but that's what made me feel alive, you know.
Isn't that recognition? Competing
To
for
who?
what makes you feel alive.
To who?
This is what I'm asking you.
Okay. What are you asking me
This
again?
is when you started to compete.
Oh, yeah.
I'm listening. I'm just trying
Oh,
to
so I started, competing my sophomore year, which I won. That's right. What are you asking me?
I'm asking you to tell me about yourself.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I won Best Dress, but that's when I knew, not just because I won that category, but I knew at that point in moment, not just my sophomore year in high school, but honestly, a little bit before that, I knew in my high school that I wanted to become some part of the fashion.
And I'm asking you, what part of that? You gotta like. I'm asking you to tell me specifically what was the point you were like, okay, it's gonna be fashion, not
Pediatrician. But pediatrician kind of went away my middle school year, you know.
I'm asking what specifically happened that made you choose.
Well, and this might sound a little crazy, but I'm a Pisces, so a lot of times I can go off feeling and emotions and what feels right for my change. And at that moment, I just felt like that was a true ambition, a true passion for me there in the world of fashion. I just felt that probably in my middle school year, my 7th, 8th grade year, I think that's when it really kind of just like pushed away. Because the budget situation happened in my 6th grade year. So around my 7th grade, 8th grade year, and that's when I was like, stop the doctor. This is fashion. This is where I want to be.
Was it a specific thing?
I mean, well, I saw different runway shows and different things like that here on television. You know, I don't have a specific, no. Because I can make up any type of story, but I don't have a story to tell on that. No, I can't just say, oh, I saw Oscar De La Renta, you know, his fashion show, you know, or I picked up a Vogue magazine, and that's when it just constantly just clicked me through energy.
You wouldn't say that's what you were exposed to?
I wasn't exposed to that. I wasn't exposed to different magazines. The only magazines I had in my hometown was Ebony, Essence, Jet, Real, and that's for real. Like I didn't have the main publications like we have now. You know, like Bullet or W. You know, I didn't have those magazines. So for me, it wasn't my turning moment to look at that.
Essence has fashion.
I mean, yeah, Essence has fashion, but it wasn't the fashion that I knew that I wanted to do. That wasn't. I knew I didn't want to do that type of fashion. You know.
What type of fashion did you want to do?
I just wanted to do something.
What type of fashion was that?
Well, the fashion that I started happening in Essence, it had an urban flair to it. And I knew that I didn't want to go into the urban market, you know, as far as what I wanted to do in fashion.
You wanted to go into which market?
I wanted to go into a market that just, I don't know, that just, I can't just say a upscale all-American market. I can't just say that, but I wanted something that was going to just resonate within me, that made me feel really good when I saw it, you know, but I knew it wasn't an urban market. I knew it wasn't an all-American market. And at the moment, I didn't have the words for it, you know. In a sense, I kind of I'm still looking for that, that particular word or that particular market that I'm trying to go to. Because I feel like sometimes the market that I see now and today, I don't know if I completely fit into that market just yet. I do feel that there are some directions that I see or different elements that I see in the market today that really is going to push me forward into my own specific market.
Do you know what those elements are?
Well, yeah, like certain, like for example, like if I see like a Rick Owens, you know, or we have a store on Ludlow Street called you know, those specific pieces that I see, those elements, the black, those long drapes, those type of pieces, you know, I see that going to what my vision is, fashion, you know. So I do like that.
You don't think that's urban? You don't think that the Owens is urban?
I wouldn't call it completely urban, though. I wouldn't. Not for me. But I like I said, some of his pieces could be, but for the most part, the pieces that I see are not. I wouldn't consider it to be urban fashion. It has a little bit of urban flair, in which all designers kind of, well, not all designers, but a lot of designers do. For example, Tommy Hilfiger, you know, I see a lot of urban. I can see, I can see that. Not just because he uses black or African American models, but I do see some of that urban flair in his pieces.
Do you have anything specifically that you use as an example?
Well, for example, in the back of the day, I don't know if you knew about those first down coats, the big coat, the puffy coat. That was, to me, was an urban flair, you know, when he uses those type of pieces. And I still kind of see them now in the Tommy with the red, white, and blue sign on the sleeves, on the arms, on the back of the jacket, you know. So for me, I see that as an urban flair as in his pieces. And I even see it now to this day. Even in Donna Karan, or either, you know, even a little bit of the Giorgio Armani, I can see some of the urban flair, but he has a higher end as well. But I also see some of the urban flair in some of those pieces too.
I wouldn't say that any of those designers, and it's not about me because I would love for anyone listening and reading to get to know about you, but I don't think any one of those designers had urban online in their design process.
Well, I don't know.
I think what would happen when you see is maybe, the hip hop culture co-opting what they consider luxury fashion. And
well, they use that as an influence, and they use that, and I feel like Tommy used that as an influence to, for his pieces and some of his clothing. Because I can't just say Tommy don't have any urban flair or Tommy. No, Tommy does. Tommy Hilfiger does. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's what I see. And not just Tommy.
I'm getting a contradiction because I'm like, you were avoiding urban in your.
Yes, that was not the arena that I was trying to go into back in Indiana or
So now it looks like you're confronted with more of the same thing. Perhaps in a different.
But there are many other different designers. That's what I'm trying to say. There are other designers out here today in this market that I can kind of relate to or want to take from to use in my own personal stage in my life as far as the type of fashion that I want to do. And that's when I named some of the pieces, by Rick Owens or Odd or some other places around here that I see that I'm like, I can use that. That's what I want to do. I don't want to stick to that specific market. And right now, again, I've learned a lot in fashion, and I feel that I'm a little bit more open as opposed to before, because I've seen a lot throughout the years. So I've learned a lot, and I'm not opposed to not using urban fashion, in some of my pieces or whatever. But that's not, that wasn't the direction I was trying to go to at the time.
What do you say urban?
When I say urban, for example, I was just meaning more like pieces that had more like an everyday funkier type look. It was like an everyday piece, almost like an H&M Topshop type piece. They have that, that flair that's made for like the everyday man and woman. And I wanted pieces that kind of gave me a flair that didn't stand for just the everyday man and woman.
Isn't every woman and man the everyday man and woman?
I mean, that's true, but but there are also those individuals who have that flair, that where they have that special moment, that magical moment, that Cinderella moment where that piece or that I would want to do that certain flair, that certain sense of fashion, that they can use that, how do I say, for not that urban moment in a sense. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to? Well, basically, what I'm trying to say, like, you have that man and that woman that's out there, i.e. for myself, who want pieces that are not just so everyday. Not that H&M and Topshop are just completely, but as what I see, I do see it as a market for like the urban youth.
Tell me about yourself outside of fashion.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Tell me about yourself What if you just took the recorder away? He said he's gonna get me. So I'm scared. I'm shaking my boots. Tell me about yourself outside.
Because you just cut me off from my whole world of fashion. That was my world. Okay. I think I'm a great individual. I'm a Pisces.
Fashion is a part of the world.
Yes, but I'm a Pisces. So my energy kind of goes with the flow. But I'm an Aries rising. So a lot of times it's about me in a sense. But I still have the go with the flow attitude. I don't know. I have
Give me a medium. You're like
a different charm.
going from the stars to, you're going straight from the city, the urban vibes, the urban funky everyday vibes of the city.
Why did we go there? Why didn't we just go there? Well, no, you took me there, but why did we go there?
You went there.
No, you
I'm asking you
did.
to tell me about yourself. So we hippity hop.
Hippity
We
hop.
did an urban hippity hop.
So that's what we did.
Straight from urban city dwelling life, everyday stuff, and we went straight up into the stars, into astrology and stuff. Tell me about Walter Hurley. Tell me the things that make you go wow. What do you dream of? What are your dreams outside of fashion? What is your vision of the world? The world.
Well, I see myself as an artist. I love Grace Jones.
Are you telling me about the world?
No, I'm just telling you my life. I'm talking about Walter. I'm telling you about me. You just asked me, so I'm telling you about me, what I like.
I like to know your vision of the world too. But it can't be what it is. What do you think the world is? What is the world through Walter's eyes? What can it be?
Well, the world's what I make it.
Yeah, Grace Jones is part of it.
Grace Jones, yes. Billie Holiday. Ella. Phyllis Hyman, I like her a lot.
Are there any men struck a chord?
Any men. See, I'm not really struck by too much of the men, even though I should get more into the men. But the women has always gravitated towards me, or I've gravitated towards them, just because of their natural born strength. Men have strength too, but just women alone, for me, just has a strength like no other. So for me, I just gravitate towards it. And Pisces being a feminine sign, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I see myself, or I want to be married. I want to be married. Down the road, I would like to have a husband.
Oh, what are your thoughts on marriage equality?
I don't know. I definitely hope they pass that law in California.
You have any other thoughts on it?
To me, in my mind, like, this
This is California. What about New York? We're in New York.
I thought we already passed a law in New York City.
I don't think marriage equality is federal yet.
It's not.
So
That's
I'm asking
true.
you that question.
Well, it's just really interesting to me that, of course, we live in a day and age where it's still a taboo topic.
What?
Homosexuality is a very taboo topic, and I feel that it's not shocking completely, but it is shocking to me because it's like, really, we're still on two men holding hands, and that is a negative thing for America, or a negative thing for the world still, really? Or two women holding hands, that's really a negative thing, really?
Is it? I mean,
No, I'm just saying that's how that's how America is still. I mean, we're still having this topic, we're still having this debate. So I'm thinking to myself, is it going to ever die down? Is the world going to ever see, or will be able to, in a sense, appreciate marriage equality as to
reaching the high courts so that it does become the everyday thing.
But the thing is, for me, I'm thinking about, like, why is it already not? I mean, when the world, we have so...
That's kind of staying in the past. Like, we're moving towards that. So
My thing is, why are we not on that level? Just being comfortable seeing two men holding hands, two women holding hands. Why are we not comfortable right now with that?
why do you think we're not?
I don't know.
Well, if you're not focusing on the fact that we are moving ahead, you're focusing...
No, we are moving ahead. I do see us moving ahead. I feel that we have an agenda, but I also feel that the agenda is not always, or I don't know. I still kind of see it in America, or just in the universe, as just being a taboo topic, and it just is surprising to me still.
It's a national discussion.
But it's still taboo in a sense. And when I say taboo, I mean it's still that topic that people shy away from talking about completely, and that's why we're constantly addressing it. Because if we already found an answer or found something for it, we wouldn't be constantly making this touch of like, oh, okay, let's just get over that topic. Oh, okay, that topic, yeah, we have that. Let's just move forward. Let's move along that and skip around it. And I feel that's something like that topic that people just kind of want to just push away and not really delve into and really get an answer to and just move forward.
We'll delve into it. What's going on with it?
I don't know. I feel like it's really, because I'm an openly gay male. And so for me, it just makes me feel...
What makes you feel?
The topic of homosexuality in our current day and age, it's making me feel that for us to still have to fight for gender equality and, against the masses, like for me, that's kind of like, it's kind of, in a sense, like jaw-dropping for me still. It's kind of like, wait, really?
I'm asking you to delve into that. You said that several times. I'm asking you to delve into it.
Like what? Like what do you want to know?
Well, it's what do you want to know? You're saying you want to delve into it. So I'm giving you that space. So delve into it.
Well, I just kind of feel like it should just, that topic itself should just kind of be like, it shouldn't be as taboo as it is today. It should just not be,
Well, you wanted to delve into why it is, so delve into it.
As to why it's taboo?
Why do you think it's taboo?
Because America, I feel like or the universe is just not ready to, or they're afraid, and I don't know why, but I just feel like America or people in general are just afraid to see that. I heard a lot of things in the past, or things even in the future. Oh, well, two people of the same sex can't create. They can't create, and I, of course, disagree with that, And I find that to be kind of hard to even fathom of the thinking, because I'm thinking to myself, when I'm married, yeah, we can create and we can build, because if I adopt a child and we are I'm in a steady and stable relationship with a guy, and we're able to, build a family, as opposed to the mother or the other father who couldn't have done that. Why not? So you're saying I can't create this, or I can't build upon the child's life or the future? So you're calling me like so for me that doesn't fit for me, or it doesn't fit, period, for when people say, oh, two people of the same sex can't create, or they can't, build.
I know people would say
Procreate, or but they also say create as well. Because they say, oh,
I don't know what that
well, I don't know. Well, that's why lately I've been hearing that. Or you can't create, in that child's life, or you can't build upon that child's life, or build in that child's life, period.
So, who says
and that's why, that's what I've been hearing from the media, and also people around in, like for the most part, the media. That's what I've been hearing on the television and also the radio and things like that.
From what you're saying, what you're saying implies a kind of ignorance of like the political process.
Mm-hmm.
If what you're saying were in fact true, I don't think it would be a subject that would even be on the table of discussion for any branch of government. But these are things that have been that the government has been pressed on for some years now. Now that marriage equality is standing at the Supreme Court, waiting to be validated. It kind of it's saying, it had to go through Congress, it had to go through the political process. The political process of America is representative. So it represents who? It's representing the people. So if the masses are saying they want this thing, I know I've been hearing that the judges need to listen to the masses. And
who are the masses?
Well, if the masses are the people who are bringing marriage equality up to the table to be discussed, then I'm assuming that these masses want this, what they feel to be an absolute right, to be recorded as an absolute right. So I have to question your, the clarity of your discomfort is not there for me. Like I'm just not hearing you actually delve into why you think it's still taboo, or what specific things are you talking about?
Well, the taboo part comes in as far as it's still taboo for two men and two women to walk and hold hands together. That physical act of sex, the adoption of the children, those type of things, those topics, those are things that I still see for America to still be considered taboo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean when I say taboo in itself. And I'm still kind of like still in question as to why is it so taboo when we see it already, when we see it today, period. When we see this people of the same sex adopting children.
I'm asking you to start answering the question. Let me ask you the question.
But I don't have the answer to all the questions.
Answers to it. You have, as a scientist, all a scientist does is make a hypothesis. It's an educated guess.
Well, what are you
I'm
asking?
asking you to take your observations and make an educated guess as to why these things still exist the way they do. Why?
Because of ignorance. And because of people not and ignorance is only just meaning you just don't know. And a lot of times people don't want to take the time out to understand homosexuality in general. So a lot of times I think that the people itself, we're constantly creating thoughts in ourselves, in our children, and so forth, as far as moving forward in the process of this whole taboo topic itself. Do you understand? Or you just not getting it? So if we take the time out to really, really, really sit down and educate ourselves upon the topic itself of homosexuality, then I think that, and understand the clarity about it and understand what it means, then I think that maybe some of the ignorance of the topic wouldn't be such as taboo as it is today. Am I hitting some of the nail or no?
I'm telling you, you kind of. What do you do?
Is this thing on?
It's on, and you're speaking right into it. Tell me about what you do.
What do you mean?
What do you do?
I live life.
What is your profession?
My profession is living life.
What is your process? Tell me about your process.
I'm building my process. I'm in the process of building. Building for better. Building greatness. Building upon that.
And what is your point of reference for that building?
What do you mean?
What is your primary building block?
Well, basically, I want to have my own business. I definitely want to have that as far as career-wise go. I don't know. Am I hitting you? I don't know. What?
You're not hitting it. Tell me about what you do. Tell me about what you do.
And as far as career?
Yeah.
But didn't you ask me that already? I'm an artist, honey. That's what I am. I'm just an artist.
What do you make?
Well, I don't make anything. I create.
You're an artist who doesn't make it.
I'm an artist who creates. I'm an artist who create wardrobe for individuals, okay, and make them look amazing, like myself.
What do you call that?
Wardrobe styling.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. That's what you do.
Are we hitting somewhere?
I think we just hit something.
Okay, okay. Are we hitting the nail? Are we hitting the nail? I think we're not.
Tennis. Absolutely. No, seriously. So you're a wardrobe stylist, and Tell me about your process.
No, as I told you, we're still building on that process. As far as getting clients, as far as events, as far as networking, doing trade shows. I've been doing a few of those lately, a few different events, and gaining clients from there.
If you have to break down what you do to only 3 or 4 actions, what would they be?
I consult.
What does that mean?
Consulting.
Talk to me like explain it, to the listeners like you're speaking to your 5-year-old nephew.
Ask me again.
Explain it to your 5-year-old nephew, the 4 steps to being a wardrobe stylist. What do you do? What is that complete process in 4 steps? If you can.
In 4 steps.
To your 5-year-old nephew.
So basically you have to get first, hey nephew, first you have to get a group of people or a person, an individual that you're willing to dress up and play Barbie. I'm joking. No, but you have to, in a sense, play dress up with Barbie or with Ken. And basically you are creating their look for the day. You are creating their look. You're shopping around for those pieces that they're going to wear and go out into the world and show off what you just did.
Step 2.
Step 2. What is step 2?
I asked for you to explain it in 4 steps.
Well, that was 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go again. One more time.
I'm
please.
sorry.
For the listeners, we said 5-year-old nephew, honey. 5-year-old. So we're going to break it down for 5-year-old nephew. Okay. So he has Willy Wonka. Okay. He has the trunk that he has.
This is step 1, right?
This is step 1.
Okay.
So the step 1 is getting. Okay. So step 1 is getting the person.
Okay.
That's step 1. Step 2 is you are building that person's wardrobe. You are creating that person's wardrobe.
What's a wardrobe?
Wardrobe meaning consists of many different looks, clothing, outfits, things that you wear on a day-to-day basis in a sense. So I'm creating that for you, for my client, for the person, which was step 1. So getting the right person or the individual that you need. Step 2 is creating that look for them, Step 3, them going out into the world, showing off what you just built and what you just created for them, Is there a step 4 to this process? I think it's just 3 steps. Step 4 is just getting paid, honey, and having that money and just going home with it, okay?
Great. Okay.
Great.
Okay. Converse. That's good. That's 4 steps. So
I don't think I'm on a most intellectual standpoint at the moment, you guys. I think he's kind of like over me at this point because his brain just went to Jupiter and I'm still over here on planet Earth. So because I'm on planet Earth, he doesn't think that I can correlate or understand his Jupiter thinking. So I think you guys, you should see his faces, his emotions. You need to see all of what's going on at the moment, okay? But Walter understands. Walter's just in the place of saying whatever Walter feels at the moment, okay? And this is what Walter feels, and this is what Walter's going to say. So whether you agree with me or not, hey, I'm human, honey, okay? And I have my own opinion, my own right to everything that he just asked me. I just gave it to you how I wanted to give it. And if you have a problem with that, you just have a problem. But I still love you.
Do you have a portfolio?
I don't. I'm building it. I am building that portfolio. And that's real.
So what do you need to build that?
Well, basically, I'm working with different photographers at the moment, trying to figure out what photographers I want to photograph some of the images that I want for my lookbook. Because the lookbook is basically going to be my ticket in the market. It's going to really sell who I am as a stylist, as a wardrobe stylist. If I want to work on many different music videos, if I want to do, fashion shows or certain things, I can show them everything that I do. This is where I want to go. Do I fit your market?
You have a timeline for this portfolio that you're building?
Oh, I wish I did. I'm just getting started, so I'm just letting the moment take me. And then I think the middle point, I will be able to decide when it's the final day or the final moment that I think that the portfolio should be done.
How do you decide when the middle point is?
The middle point would be, it's just kind of like when I feel like I have enough images in my book, you know, or enough pieces, strong pieces that represent who I am as a stylist. And I think that'll be the point where I'm like, okay, well, this is getting close to the end, let me wrap it up and let me just go out there and sell it.
How many images are there?
I only have maybe about 4 or 5 that I think, but
What's the maximum number of images?
well, I do want to have. I mean, at least, I want to have a good amount that the client can pick from. You know, if I'm showing.
What number is that?
I mean, I think 7 to 10 is a good solid number.
So 17. Well,
Because
about halfway.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Actually more than halfway.
That's true. But when I say 4 or 5, I was meaning, you know, they're good. 3 are really great. But the 4, and I'm still going to choose, and I still want to build as far as taking pictures because I get to pick and choose what I think is a strong point and what isn't, and what I'm not going to do.
Sounds like you have a lot of work.
I do. I have a lot of work in front of me.
What constitutes-
I'm basically at the beginning.
That's good to know.
Yes, I do know that. So I'm very sure about that. And I'm at the beginning. That's nothing wrong with that.
How often are you working at creating this?
I'm not working that much to create it, even though I should. Yes, I understand. I definitely need to get on that. But I do see myself because I'm still working on trying to get certain photographers that I want to work with, or certain, you know, boutiques that I really want to sponsor that are to me, and that has been like a challenge for myself. Even though yes, I do have friends in the industry who have, you know, little different boutiques, and I can pick from theirs, but those are not always the industries that I want to go for. So for me, picking out the right pieces for what I want to do, as far as how I want to market myself, Walter Early, that was a little tough. So that has been a little tough.
What constitutes the right person?
Right person.
Step 1.
Well, I would definitely say, you know, at this point in the moment, I don't have like the right person. You know, I will work with anyone who I feel is who's able to afford whatever. Even though I don't even have a budget, so I can't say afford, but who can just, who I feel that I can really start off and kind of go off from them, you know, in a sense. You understand?
No.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is basically like, whoever that person I feel that I can kind of work with, I need to be able to work with, because I'm still, like I said, trying to get off the ground as far as
Whether or not you can work with this person.
That's pretty simple for me. I mean, let's go off the energy, off the look, off the person's physical form, and I go off of that. You know, truth can create off of anyone. I mean, a true stylist
What
can.
kind of physical form do you?
I don't have a direct line. I can't say tall, skinny, short, big. You know, I don't.
You do realize that answer just contradicted the last thing you said. You go by physical style.
Well, when I say physical, I was meaning more so of like, I should have said certain characteristics, really, that kind of go with what I'm looking for, and go with my characteristics, you know, because I want to be able to connect with that individual, you know, on the level of what I want to present to that person, as far as the fashion that I want to do. Am I like all over the place?
Are you?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who looked at me with those big, beautiful eyes. Well, sometimes I do sound like, yes, they are. But sometimes I do feel like, even when I talk, because I'm still at the beginning phase, everybody, yes, I'm still at the beginning phase. So if you hear any type of, you know, unsure or, you know, not being clear, you know, clear about certain things, yes, I'm honest. I'm at the beginning stage in my career as far as wardrobe styling. So that is being honest. I can definitely be honest about it.
Here's where are you going? What's your dream?
Yes, you know, somebody asked me that question, and just my brain just gets so blurry.
Okay, don't
You
worry
know,
about that
because I'm
question.
just like, I
Wait,
can't.
what's the next step?
It's getting my book together. As far as my
What's
career.
the first step?
The
to
first
getting your book together?
is getting the right pieces, the right clothing,
What's the first step to do that?
shopping around for different boutiques, for different, you know, trade shows or different closets that I can choose from. Having a strong collection that I feel that is good enough to take those pictures and to take those, you know, styling things and do that, to build that book.
What's the first step to that?
Me just doing my research.
What's the first step to that?
Me doing it.
What?
The research.
What does the research constitute?
Me finding the right places I can pick and choose from pieces from.
How do you do that? What constitutes the right place?
Well, the right place for Walter Hurley.
What constitutes the right place for Walter Hurley?
The fashion sense that I'm trying to go
What
into.
are the three characteristics of the right place?
They have to have the right style as far as the pieces that I want to use
What's the
in my
right
books.
style? What are the three characteristics of the right style?
Well, I can see, well, right now when I'm talking about when I say right style, the color black, okay? I like a lot of black, strong pieces, you know? What else? Pieces that just make a statement. They make a statement, but very subtle. Subtle pieces, strong pieces. The color, I like strong.
Realize that contradicts.
Sounds like contradicts.
I like subtle pieces that make a statement. A statement piece is not subtle.
Subtle pieces meaning subtle in lines, subtle in different drapes, subtle like that. Still make strong statements. Because I can go out there and wear a skirt, a black skirt, long skirt. Yes, it may have maybe one line or one dimension in it, but yeah, it's a very subtle look, but yet a very strong piece. Am I making myself clear?
That's for you to decide. I'm here to.
Well, I think it's clear enough.
Ask questions.
Yes, that's clear, everybody.
Well, we haven't even got to number 2 yet.
Oh, okay.
What constitutes the right store? Or what was it that you said?
For myself, the right store would be just
It has to have the right style. Do we didn't
a
even get
vintage style, certain pieces that I feel that just fit what I'm going for.
We have to speak if we're going to get anywhere in specifics. There's a difference between saying I want some and I want two. So that's what I'm getting at. What is the next step as far as you finding the right store? Finding the right stores that you want to extrapolate your collection from.
You know, that's not even a hard question. But for me, finding the right store, for example, I can think of a big store that right now, the store I mentioned, I think that's the right store for me. For me to pick out different looks, you know. They have strong pieces, a lot of black pieces at the moment that I feel that I can definitely build a portfolio with, or build a look with for one of my photos, you know.
Would you consider yourself organized?
At this point in moment, I would probably have to say, I don't want to say that I'm not organized, but at the same time, I can definitely get a little bit more organized in my career path. I can just keep that.
What's the first step to do that?
What?
What's the first step to becoming more organized in your career path, as far as you're concerned? You're the writer of your own narrative. I'm just here to ask the questions.
Because I think what you're getting from is, it sounds like I'm a little bit unclear as far as wardrobe style. That's what
I'm
you're getting.
asking you the first step to becoming more organized in your process. Because really what I'm asking you about, and still asking you about, and was asking you about, and still asking you about is your process. So,
Have you been thinking about that?
well,
Because some stuff I don't know still just yet, and that's honest. being honest with you. There's some things I'm still trying to figure out. I'm just like letting things flow into that process for me. Because I just can't give you a specific, oh, this is how the process is going to go through also. No. Everything needs to flow the way it needs to flow. And I don't know the whole process should
But, you
flow.
know, you say things like that, but then if I ask you what constitutes how something needs to, like what control of the situation are you taking? Things can flow. For some people, it doesn't mean something yourself. But what do you do in between those hours? That's up to you.
Well, I continue to build on what it is that I want to do, which is wardrobe style. So I continue to look in the network with different boutiques, different people that's out there in the market that I feel that has certain looks that I want to choose from.
Tell me about something you did today that was a part of that process.
What did I do? Today?
Today.
Can I say in the week? Or do I have to say today?
I asked about today.
Okay, I did some sightseeing. So I went around, you know, this is real. I went around this morning. I always do a little bit of shopping as far as just looking for different styles that's out there. So for me, looking at different styles in the morning, looking at different websites, you know, I'm looking at different, what's out there in the market today. That I can kind of see, oh, where that piece come from, what boutique, you know, what store did that come from.
Tell me about what you're wearing.
Okay, what I'm wearing at the moment.
No, what you're wearing yesterday. Tell me about what you're wearing.
I think it's a very casual look today. Casual in the sense of...
Tell me about colors, textures.
Well, I have on a, what would you call this? Maroon, snuggie, what would you call this? Like a snuggie type cap that is rolled out to like the brim into like a very circular motion. Gives you Peter Panish. It gives me, you know, something like that, just rolled up all to the top. A knitted sweater.
Is it a big knit? Is it a small knit? What's the fabrication? What are the colors?
Well, I can't just say gray because it has different
I'm asking
levels
you
of gray. So basically, it's a knitted sweater with different colors of gray in it. It also
want to
has,
describe those colors for the listeners?
well, what I'm looking at right now is a little bit of brownish gray, a little bit of yellow gray.
You would give it a name.
No, I don't have a name.
There's like taupe. There's cherry wood.
That sounds off.
There's
Faux, and that doesn't go. No, I can't be that. No, because that's not what I see.
well, what do you see?
I just said yellow gray. I can't give it. I can't. Well, baby yellow. Canary. No, not canary, but no, just a basic yellow. A light yellow, very light yellow.
Tulip. Bumblebee.
Why does it have to be a name?
Laffy Taffy. There are lots
No.
of different types of yellows.
Golden Arch yellow.
That works. The golden arches of
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna move on from process. Yeah, baby.
Wait, I didn't finish explaining my outfit, honey. Underneath, I have on a black t-shirt, black jeans. I have socks over my skinny jeans. They're black too, with some old vintage black chucks. Okay. I have on a stud nose ring, and the sweater is like it's a gray sweater with like different, you know. If you look closely, you see like different yellows inside of it, but it has like white and blue argyle type of a pattern that goes along with it. So I just kind of have it on, you know, so they just kind of just roll it about a bit, you know, being very casual. So yeah, oh, it has a very like, what would you call this type of collar? Like it's a high collar, but it's a different. It has like a almost a Queen Victoria type feel to it, you know, around the neck. So that's what I did from that. So all black with a basic light gray argyle type sweater that zips up. So it's not like a sweater you just pop over your head. No, it's a sweater that you zip up.
Is there a person moving towards the end? Well, before we even get to the end part of our interview, tell me, please, what makes your outfit pop? What is it?
I think it's myself. I think when I put on a piece of honey, the outfit, I make it pop. I mean, real talk. It goes with my skin tone, my dark skin tone. The cheekbones, honey, it just pops it out.
How would you sell this to Michael Jackson?
How would I sell my look? As far as what's selling to him, as far as similarity, as far as
You're now the wardrobe, well, he's contracted for wardrobe stylist for his new tour, Back from the Dead. And
but I have to sell this is that I have on now.
yeah.
So what state is he in, or what country is he in?
Oceania.
Okay. I might do a little twist for Michael, but I would definitely sell him on $1 first and foremost, because wherever he is, I think that it's Oceania. Is it hot?
Is there a person who has passed away? Is there a person who you've known intimately who's deceased, who is still a vivid inspiration for you?
I don't think there is anyone who is deceased in my life that is who I think was an inspiration or was an inspiration. So no, I can't say anybody about that.
Is there a person in the scene right now, somebody who you kind of like maybe party with in your social life, who you admire for whatever reason? Someone that you admire. You're like, yeah, that person is different.
Well, by me living in New York City, I just think if I'm an artist, I just really take inspiration from a lot of other different artists, or who I consider to be an artist as far as fashion trends go.
You got any names?
Do I have to give names?
I want a name. I want a male artist, someone who I don't necessarily, someone I wouldn't expect you to say. Maybe. Someone who inspired you.
In New York City. Here. You inspire me.
Oh boy, thank you very much.
You're so welcome. You do inspire me.
Boy,
that face, those eyes, I just can't. You are my inspiration.
You're mine.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Just don't know it. Okay, so I'm gonna run down this list of words which I hope you haven't tried yet. And you tell me the first thing that comes to mind, alright?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Alright, so first word. God.
Higher power.
Identity.
Who we are.
Don't give me synonyms. Give me the first thing that pops into mind, alright?
Okay.
Don't give me synonyms. Alright, we're gonna start over again.
Okay.
God.
Higher power. Oh, you just don't have to do that. Okay. Let's try one more time, please. Okay.
Identity.
Walter.
God. Define it. Your terms. Not the
Omnipresent.
synonyms. That is enough. Okay, that works. Power.
Money.
Beauty.
Flowers.
Gender.
People.
Sexuality.
Honesty.
Genius.
Birds.
Why?
Because they roam higher than high, honey. They go beyond what we probably even can see at times. So I find it to be as hard as a Virginia. Like you get to go and you get to tell me, honey, what you know.
That's beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go through those words again, and
Okay.
you're gonna tell me true or false. You ready?
Okay.
Identity.
True.
God.
True.
Genius.
True.
Beauty.
True.
Power.
True.
Gender.
False.
Identity.
True.
Gender.
False.
God.
True.
Sexuality.
Sexuality. True.
Take your time on that last one.
Because I was thinking to myself, we are all human forms with sexuality. So I took it upon myself to say true.
Right. Well,
Even though we all have a gender, the reason why I said false to gender was basically because
no, I don't know reason. That's outside the boundaries. One last question. This is a question that I would love to ask everyone who I'm interviewing. But, you know, I have it yet. You first. You're popping my cherry. Can we save each other?
as what? As humans?
Can we save each other?
I believe we can.
Thank you. That concludes our interview. I'm so grateful to have Walter Hurley sit down with me today and do that. Thank you for listening. This is Amos. Where from us? Take care.